Hi, I'm Becky Maris-Suk. I play E-flat clarinet and first clarinet with the Wellington Winds. We thought it would be interesting to get together a few of my friends from the Winds to talk about the clarinet saxophone family.
Hi, I'm Larry Moser, and we're sitting in the living room of my house. I've been the solo clarinet with the Winds for more than 30 years and still am today.
Hi, I'm Joshua Crouch. I play Baritone Sax with the Wellington Winds, and just recently I had the privilege of playing the bass sax in our previous concert, thanks to our friend Ken and his wonderful collection of instruments.
Good day, I'm Ken Fuderich. I'm a new member of the Wellington Winds, but I enjoy playing with the group and contributing to sonorous sounds of the low clarinets.
Hi, I'm Martin Dowding, and playing the bass clarinet with the Winds keeps me sane.
Hi, I'm Danielle Beck. I've been the leader of the saxophone section for several years now, and I play the alto and soprano saxophones.
But let's talk about transposing instruments. The clarinet family at one time had over 16 members of clarinets and basset horns. A few of those types of instruments are still in use today. Larry is going to play an A clarinet, Becky will play a B-flat clarinet, and all play the same figure on C clarinet. What you'll hear is a characteristic clarinet sound, but with subtle differences in the tone color.
The saxophone, I'll play it in E flat on the alto.
And I'll play it on the bass clarinet, which is a B flat instrument, but I transpose down one octave.
And don't forget the E-flat clarinet. I mostly play in the upper register of the E-flat clarinet, where its incisive clear sound is valued.
As the first clarinetist in the band, I play many notes over the course of a concert over the entire range of the instrument. Probably more notes than anybody else in the band, except maybe the flutes.
I specialize in the Contra Clarinets, and this plumbing fixture is a B-flat contrabass clarinet. I anchor the clarinet section.
You notice that Becky and Ken played from the bottom of the instrument up to the top. That's really important because that shows just how flexible the instruments can be. I had the chance to play some really beautiful low pieces.
Martin, you also play a number of solos in the group that really demonstrate the nice warm middle register of the instrument. And as we move up through the middle to the upper registers of the low clarinets, it can be a somewhat unfocused sound, but even that has a special quality which we can hear in the group. Ken?
This is an E-flat contralto, and I'll just demonstrate its middle voicing sound.
I think the only clarinet we haven't heard yet is the alto clarinet.
Thank you, Martin. The alto clarinet bridges the sound between the B-flat clarinet and the bass clarinet. Now, the alto clarinet is basically a modern representation of an earlier instrument called a basset horn, which is pretty well extinct nowadays, except for the music of Mozart and Mendelssohn, who wrote a great deal for it. The basset horn is pitched in F, which is a semitone higher than the alto clarinet, and normally it should be a shorter instrument, but basset horns are built with an extension down the bottom to add a few more notes. It has a narrower bore and has principally a light, delicate, nasal kind of sound.
I think on the baritone sax, the sound is more consistent over the entire range of the instrument. But unlike Martin and Ken, it takes a lot more work for me to play lower notes softly. See what I mean?
I think one of the great features of the saxophone family is that we have such a huge dynamic range as well. But that means that when we play in a group, we often produce a very big sound, and this can really cut through an ensemble like the Wellington Winds. So for that reason, we find our music is usually written one on a part, and this allows us to be able to better blend with the other sections around us.
Blend can be a real challenge for us saxophone players, especially when you're playing this thing, this behemoth, this piece of metal known as the bass saxophone. What a sound.
I think another really wonderful thing about the saxophone is the fact that we can achieve so many different sounds, tone qualities, and colors with the instrument. This can be both a challenge and a blessing, but once we learn how to master this, we can really blend with the other sections in the ensemble. We're often doubling parts. For instance, we might double a trumpet line, in which case we would go for a big, brighter, louder sound. It would go something like this, maybe. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we might be doubling the clarinet section of the flutes, where we might be called upon to go for a quieter, softer, more blended sound.
Clarinets, on the other hand, like to have more than one person on a part, especially since we play a lot of notes. We can easily pass the parts on from one to another to get through a long section of music. And we blend really well together, so it works out really nice for us. And we'd like to demonstrate for you how well the clarinets can blend together along with the saxophones, even though they have a challenge. So I'd just like to take time to thank everyone for coming out today and talking about the clarinet saxophone family, and for Larry for letting us use his home. Thank you.